Welcome back to a third episode of Frequency and Figures. We are your hosts, Stacia Jeanette and Val, aka me. Um, and today we're back for a special episode because we're starting a whole new year. I would try to sing your song, but you can just imagine me singing it. A whole new year, a new fantastic place. Da-da. But listen, that's the version that I got. I just want to tell it is a whole new vibe this year. We're moving away from a 9 year and away from a completion of a 9 year cycle. So not only are we going into a completely different energy, a one energy, which is, I know everybody's talking about it, but listen, I gotta acknowledge that the one energy is vastly distinct from a nine energy. Nine was all about healings, completions, humanitarian kind of vibe, energy work, blah, blah, blah. One is all about let me at it. I'm the driver. I'm in the driving seat of my life. But it comes with its challenges. Sometimes people's leadership could be suppressed. So those are things to look out for. But I do want to acknowledge 226 is a very different year. Numerologically, it's a 10/1 year. So there's not even another energy tainting that one leadership, pioneer, Aries kind of vibe. It's literally the one. The one stands alone. Stacia, you're not going to like it. It's a very masculine energy. It's very emperor energy. So you're just going to have to live with it. All right. I'm kind of into it because, I'm an 11 too, and the two is made up of the one and the one. But
Right.
anyway, let's not make it about me. Let's make it about, what we've got for you. So having acknowledged that 226 is a whole new year, let's start with our forecast for January. So hopefully I haven't meddled with your space too much and you can you can now tell us what it
What we
is that
got
you
going.
need for Jan. So I'm gonna shut up now.
We had a slider. This one just wanted to come out the entire time that I was shuffling. It was at the bottom, and then it got into the middle, and then it came back, and then during the now it's come out. Anyways, first card out is underestimated, unappreciated, and underrated until now. People now see your worth hidden in plain sight, shocking the world with your strength, uniqueness, and growth. Da, 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 da. Wow. The second card out is Family Feud/Family Matters. Family is the source of your current issue. Forgive, but don't forget. Cut, clear, and release karmics. That's the one that wanted to come out, by the way, multiple times. And last card out is You Are a Master. Create the world you want. You decide. You create your reality and world. Stay grateful, humble, authentic. Your soul will lead you to what is in alignment with your highest good and timeline in divine timing. Trust yourself and the process. So with the underestimated, unappreciated, and underrated until now thing. It feels like there's with the new year, I've been saying this for some time, but this is like a you're showing up, popping out differently, like a shiny new coin fresh off the press. And it's something about your energy is emitting a certain level of radiance. It's like a undeniable, unmissable energy. And it's bringing I wanna stay centered on this energy, but I keep being pulled over to this, like, very pungent energy of what's coming in, and I feel like this is the kind of energy that this person is gonna have with you. It's like you're over here enjoying your newfound success and recognition and abundance, right? And, like, you can't even just like me, like, you can't even focus on the stuff that's happening right here because this MFer over here comes in like gangbusters trying to, force their way back into your life because you're doing good, because you're on and popping because things are happening for you. You're moving and shaking. Like I said, it's something about you being more visible. You're getting recognition. People are like, oh snap, they're actually doing something. Like, oh whoa whoa whoa, did you see what they're up to? Did you see that? Did you see this? And like people are paying attention to your things. Um, people are like lining up to work with you or to collaborate. It's something about you being more visible. It's visibility. You're getting a lot of visibility and recognition, and with that is coming a lot of financial gains. The recognition is going to come first and the money is coming thereafter. But the recognition has to happen first. But while you're in this process of getting the recognition, these people are coming in. Two. There's two prominent people, but one is definitely more prominent than the other that keep trying to they're it's like 7 of Wands energy where you're going to have very firm boundaries, and we talked about like masculine energy. It's like you're going to have the shields up, the armor up of protecting your boundaries, and when you say no, standing firm on the no and being forceful with it if have because it is like this. It's somebody in your family, close family. This is mom, dad, estranged mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandmother, cousins, sisters, in-laws of any kind, baby mamas, baby daddies, whatever this is, they're I'm sorry, they not shit. They're not shit. And they only want you they only want to do right by you now that you're doing good. And that's just what it is. That's the that I can sugarcoat it no more. It's just that. Because you're doing well, because you're now becoming successful and you're creating things seemingly what seems like out of thin air, but it's not. It's just like seeds that you've sown years, decades ago are just now finally starting to sprout above the ground. The reality of the world, the life, the path that you dreamed, manifested, created, and put your blood, sweat, and tears behind for a long amount of time is like now starting to germinate and sprout. Right? It's now starting to yield crops. And again, it's like farmers who didn't come along to like give you any seed any seeds to begin with. No like seed money, no like actual seeds to sow are coming in trying to be like, "Oh, after I saw you plowing away at the field for decades, by yourself, and we all just sat there and laughed at you and told you that that wasn't gonna happen, the that will yield no crops for you ever, and you're just wasting your time and you're a fool, they're now the ones that are coming to you trying to get some damn handouts. Ah, I wish I had a that's what it is. I That's the energy. It's the energy of, um, there's a song, that Mike Jones song, like, "Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, that was all on me." It's this. It's like they didn't they didn't want you. These people did not want you, and they didn't invest in you, and they didn't believe in you, but now that the things that took a really long time and brought you no money or no kind of success or recognition for a long time are now starting to be very successful and put you on, get you a whole lot of visibility and, um, this you're gonna have to nip these people, these ones here in the bud. The card that's at the bottom of the deck is use what you've learned to help others now. Lessons learned, time to put them to use. Help guide and lead others. This has been training for your destiny and wishes. Use your gifts, intuition, and source to lead you to your success. And it's like that's what you've been doing. Again, like where we're going now it's a whole nother ball game, whole new world, whole nother thing. And in this world, your spiritual body is in the primary seat. So you have got to trust yourself and your intuition above all else and not listen to the outside noise and not try to fall back on what the physical body or the logical senses want you to be doing because in this new system in this new world in this new existence it's spiritually based and you're going to have to allow your spiritual senses and intuition to override your quote unquote logic because your logic and the way that things worked or were successful previously are going to trip you up now. So trust your intuition. That's what I have.
Oh la la. Oh la la. This is like this last thing you said. I was hoping that you weren't gonna say anything after that because I'd forget what you said because I wanna I wanna ride those coattails. Okay.
You
Because
should.
yeah, because lo and behold, January is an 11-2 month, everybody. 11-2, the most spiritual number in numerology. Okay. So the mode of communication for an 11-2 is literally through spirit. So literally what you just said, this month is all about that. It's all about spirit communicating with it or through or letting it communicate through you, whatever your motive, whatever your channel maybe you're creative, maybe you're an artist, maybe, you're a neuroscientist, maybe you're literally a psychic or a multidimensional being, aren't we all? But whatever your flavor of allowing for spirit to communicate through you, January is a month for that. Okay. It is an 11-2 month. It's also known as a master number, meaning master lessons. So people with master life paths, I'm an 11-2 life path, tend to have more challenges in their life. Okay. So do
Yeah.
not be surprised if January, yeah, I'm not even gonna say slightly more challenging month. I'll just say it like you said. It's gonna be a more challenging month, most likely, than the rest of them that are not
Yeah.
master numbers. Okay? What else? It's a bit of a dreamer, so there's that like visionary aspect to it. The 11s, they like to live in the future or in the past. The present seems to slip away like sand through the fingers. So just pay attention to that. Like Tony Robbins is an 11-2 life path. Like that's a big energy, you know what I mean? So it's like that kind of vision. Um, let me see, what else? Heightened senses, like heightened sensitivity, whether it is your clear senses or physical senses. Um, expect those to be heightened this month. Um, because 11 is also a 2, it's gonna have a flavor of what we had in November, which is love, support, partnership. So those things are like the soft aspects of the 11-2 month. But yeah, the main thing, it really is a spiritual messenger, hard to live in the present, lots of empathetic skills come in handy this month. What else? Oh, okay, this is a major one. So the 11 2s, they are people with that number, and you have a lot of 11 2 throughout your numerology station as well, right? We find the physical reality challenging because most
Yeah.
likely we are, and it's really hard to integrate. And there's this inherent longing to go home. But because most of us have forgotten, like, where the fuck is home? We're
Oh,
kind of
oh no.
we have this longing, like, I want to go home, but it's like, where is home? I'm here now, but this ain't my home. So,
Right.
so that's also, you might come up those kinds of themes, those kind of star seedy themes this month. Um, what else? Yeah, just being homesick and feeling like you don't belong anywhere. I know it's not good, but it is what it is. However, okay, the overall mission of the two is to lead towards unconditional love. So, as I said, it's got that soft kind of emotional touch to it as well, despite its challenges. Um, Look, I said a lot, but it's a big number ultimately to start the new year with. Um, and that's what I'll say about January because it's a lot already. But I will go into the week by week for a second as well, just to mix it up. So the first week is of course like 3 days. It's very short. I think
Right.
we start on a Thursday. That's the 1st of January, I believe. So that's a 1 week. And we're gonna be it's like a week that's split into 2 weeks because up until Thursday, up until the 31st of 2025, we're actually in an 8 week, which is all about money, power, control. And then it's like boom, on Thursday, we're in a 1 week, which is all about, new starts, fresh beginnings, leadership, paving the way, pioneering, not suppressing your leadership. But that only lasts for 3 days until we go into the second week of Jan, which is a full week. And the 2 is all about love, partnerships, romance, collaboration. So the second week of Jan is a really good week to do all those things. The third week is a 3. So literally, like the 3 is the communicator, the creative, the speaking your truth, the actor, the actress, that expansiveness, the teacher, the learner, the all of that fun stuff. And then the 4 is the structure. So integrity, don't leave any stone unturned, like I said last time. And I'll say more about that in a minute because I literally left no gallstone unturned. Okay. And then there's also a 5th week. Okay. I know it's crazy, but there's a 5th week in January. It's that last week and it is a full week. And the 5 energy, we haven't really fully tapped into here because we haven't spoken about a 5 energy just yet to this extent. But it's fun. It's very progressive. Stacia, you're a 5 life path. So the last
Yeah.
week of January, it is like all about freedom, adventure, travel, um, just like being limitless and not limited or confined to whether it's your circumstances or your physical, whatever you've got going on in your physical reality. But it's really like it's got that flavor of freedom, which will then lead us into Feb. So yeah, that's the numerology of the month, yo.
I mean, sounds pretty on par. Sounds pretty on par with the readings. I mean, like in the past two readings that we've done, they've lined up and then actually turned out pretty much exactly.
Oh my gosh, I know. I
Exactly.
wish I wish I hadn't said that, you know. Hey, this is a 4 week. We had a 4 week in December. It was literally the first week. And I said, look after your integrity. And literally that same week, I came down with a major health issue. So, which ended up being gallstones. And because I said, leave no stone unturned, now I'm like, oh no, I manifested
Oh
as
no. Oh, no.
But listen, it is what it is. I'm public about it. I don't care. I'm authentic, whatever. And, and now I'm dealing with it accordingly. But it's funny that, huh? Like that was the lack of integrity in my health. And,
Right.
um, and I'm like still kind of dealing with it. So that yeah, that was interesting. And the 3, I forgot because now we're just obviously talking about what kind of happened, and our forecast did come true. I forgot to say that for some right, how you experience each energy will be different. And for me, a 3 energy, yes, it's expansive and it's fun, but it's also a major learning curve. And that is what the month of December has been for me. It's like it very, very yeah, I had to learn lots fast and and painfully, but that's okay.
That's how it
Yeah.
sticks, though.
Right? Yes, yes, because you have to add the emotional aspect to it to actually embody it in or have it integrated into your being.
Right.
Hmm.
Huh.
Mm, mm. And I'm in my personal month 7, so imagine that right now, at the time of recording, we're in a week 7, which is all about introspection. It's the second most spiritual number after the 11, but I'm also December is actually a personal month 7 for me. So yes, there's the overall flavor of the 3 that we talked about, but there's also the flavor of the 7. So I literally just wanna be in my bed and introspecting, but,
Yeah.
you know, I wish I could allow myself to do that, but I can't, so here we are. But, yeah, it's been a doozy, but, I don't wanna taint it all with me, 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 me. All I can just say that what we said definitely lined up with what happened in my own life.
And same, yeah, and then also, like, I had the last week or it was actually the last week, I was spending a lot of time, again, like, in hermit mode, and we had mentioned that in the December reading for, like, week 4 of being kind of in the hermit mode energy, and I was definitely in hermit mode energy, like, I just wanted to be to myself in the bed, and I was off social media for, like, quite a while, and it was just me, and I was like, Val said this in the numerology thing," and I was like, "Look at this." Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? And then you said the opportunities towards the end of the month, and then I completely forgot that the last week is like a half week, and it's an 8 energy, which is all it's like the material number. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm good. I'm glad we have the opportunity to mention that now,
Right,
because
yes.
it's also aligned with what you said. So I hope that the listeners can use this in their own life ultimately and find it of value to be like, oh, ooh, this is something to go off. But I do need to mention this one thing, which is like really prominent in the last, I don't know, however many weeks or months for me. Like the lived experience is a distinct flavor. There's what we can forecast, what we can prepare ourselves for, and there's it happening. And that's
Right.
so, so different. So I like to be prepared. I definitely like to be prepared, which is like, of course, I'm into this because I like to be prepared. But then when it comes to it, you also got to kind of have compassion for yourself, your own humanity, whatever you want to call it, that however you experience it through your own lens, through your own filters, through your own, traumas, whatever, put whatever word you want on that. We do live through our own kind of, veil.
Yes.
But whatever, yeah, whatever your flavor of that is how you'll experience it. So, yeah, I'm just keen to learn how people will experience what we say here now. So if you want to drop us comments, that would be really cool.
Yes. That's all I got.
All right, great. Well, then we shall complete it here. And again, share this with someone who you think this may make a difference to. Comment, subscribe, love us up, and enjoy the ride of the January.
Yes. Happy New Year's and all the things.
Exactly.